awesome third graders. My name is Mrs. Tilley, and I'm so excited to be learning with you today. Today we are completing CKLA Skills, Unit 3, Lesson 4. And our objectives for the lesson are, I can write a paragraph with a topic sentence and a concluding sentence. I can identify the meanings of words with the prefixes dis and miss. The materials you'll need for this lesson are your Skills Workbook, a pencil, and a piece of paper. We've been talking all about paragraphs, so you guys already know that a paragraph is a set of sentences on the same topic. A topic sentence is one sentence, usually the first, that tells the main idea or what the paragraph is mostly about. And a concluding sentence is one sentence, always the last, which wraps up the paragraph. It does not introduce new information, and often it restates the topic sentence. Today we're going to practice writing a paragraph together. We've already been given the topic sentence, which is, I like summer. It's important to remember that a paragraph has 3 to 5 sentences in addition to the topic and the concluding sentence. So we're going to work together to create 3 details that support the topic sentence, I like summer. So go ahead and get that piece of paper that we talked about earlier and write down our topic sentence, I like summer. When you're ready, press play and we'll continue. Okay, so now we need to come up with a detail or a sentence that relates to I like summer. So I'm thinking to myself, why do I like summer? Oh yeah, one of the reasons I like summer is because I get to go to the beach. Notice how I've written my sentence right beside the topic sentence. One of the reasons I like summer is because I get to go to the beach. Can you think of 2 more sentences for why you like summer? Go ahead and pause the video and write 2 sentences that show why you like summer, and then we'll come back and check together. Welcome back. Now let me show you 2 more reasons why I like summer. Another reason that I like summer is because I get to eat cold, sweet treats. Lastly, I get to stay up late because there's no school in summer. Now that we have our 3 details that relate to our topic sentence, it's time for us to wrap up our paragraph. Do you guys remember what we call the sentence that wraps up the paragraph? Right, we call that the concluding sentence. So now we just need to restate the topic in a fun way that lets our reader know we're finished with this paragraph. How could we say, I like summer in another way to restate it as our concluding sentence? What about, summer really is my favorite? I love that, and I feel like it really wraps up what we're talking about in our paragraph. Did you think of a different one? If so, feel free to write it on your paper. So remember, every paragraph has a topic sentence, which tells what the paragraph is going to be mostly about. It also has 3 to 5 details that really relate to what the topic sentence is talking about. And then, every paragraph has a concluding sentence that wraps up the text and lets the reader know that we're done with that topic. You guys have worked really hard writing that paragraph. I think you've earned a little brain break. If you want, you can go ahead and stand up so that you can get the blood flowing. Our brain break today is a challenge, a riddle challenge. I've come up with a couple that I'm sure you'll get. All right, here's the first one. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters? The word shorter. When you add ER to the 5-letter word short, it becomes shorter. Get it? All right, the next riddle is, what word starts with E and ends with E, but only has 1 letter? The word envelope. It starts with E and ends with E, but it carries 1 letter. Get it? All right, the last one is, which letter in the alphabet has the most water? The C. That one gets me every time. All right, now that we've done that, let's have a seat and get back to learning. We've just got a little bit more to do. In the last few lessons, we've been talking about the prefixes, miss and dis. Remember that a prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word that completely changes the meaning of the word. We learned that dis means not, like in disconnect, not connected. We also learned that miss means wrong, like misused, used wrong. Now take out your skills workbook for Unit 3 and flip to page 41, which is worksheet 4.3. We're going to practice looking at the prefixes dis and miss in some sentences. On this worksheet, the instructions say, if the sentence shows an example of the correct definition of the underlined word, write yes in the blank that follows. If the sentence does not show an example of the correct definition of the underlined word, write no. Let's take a look at the first one together. Dad disapproves of my goal to try out for the baseball team, so he said he will help me practice. As a reader, I'm thinking, if he disapproved, that means he did not approve. And if he did not approve, why would he help him practice? This does not make sense. Let's try another one. To misspell a word means you spelled it incorrectly when you wrote it on your paper. Well, miss means wrong, and so if you spelled it wrongly, that's incorrectly, right? So that makes sense. Yes. Now I want you to practice. On the next 3 sentences, you will write yes if the sentence uses the word correctly, or no if the sentence uses the word incorrectly. Pause the video now and then press play when you're ready to check it with me. All right, welcome back. Now let's check it together. Take a look at number 3. Carla misused the glue by using a few dabs on her paper instead of squirting it all out at one time. Notice how misused. Miss means wrong. So misused means to use something the wrong way. Does it sound like Carla misused or used her glue wrong? No, it sounds like she did a great job by only using a few dabs at a time. So, misused doesn't make sense in this sentence. Look at number 4. The puppy disobeyed her master by chewing up his slippers. Notice that in the word disobey, we have the prefix dis, which means not. So, not obey. Well, if a puppy chews up your slippers, are they obeying? No. They are not obeying, so this word does fit. And let's look at the last one together. When I disconnect the leash from my dog's collar, he might try to run off. Well, disconnect means not connect. So if he's not connected to the collar, would he try to run off? Probably, so this one does make sense. Now let's practice writing a sentence with these words. I'll do the first one with you. Disagree. What is a sentence that I could use the word disagree in? What about, sometimes I disagree with what everyone wants for dinner? Can you think of a sentence using the word disagree? Go ahead and pause the video now and finish number 1, 2, and 3, and then press play when you're ready, and we'll look at some examples together. Welcome back. Hopefully you were able to make a sentence with the words misunderstand and misplaced. Let's take a look at mine. I slowed down my speech so no one would misunderstand me. My mom misplaced her keys, so we were late for practice. Awesome job making all those sentences and using the correct form of the words. You guys worked really hard today to review prefixes and to talk about the different parts of paragraphs. I'm so proud of how hard you're working. But I want to know, how are you feeling? Are you feeling confused about anything we talked about today? Still needing a little bit more help? Or are you green, ready to move on? Remember to talk to your teacher if you're feeling red or yellow, or like you're confused or need more help. I'm so proud of all the work you've done today and can't wait to see you guys for the next lesson. Bye-bye!